The first real project that is shared between Bungie and PlayStation was just shown off in the form of Marathon. After its reveal, the question remains is the price that Sony paid worth it all? Well, let's break that all down. Up next. What's going on, guys? It's Kalo, and I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video, and welcome to the Level Up. Over the weekend, the gaming world was buzzing over this short little gameplay reveal of the highly anticipated Bungie title Marathon. Now, notice how I didn't say this new title here, because for those of you not in the loop, Marathon was a shooter that was released all the way back in the 90s, which, to be exact, I think it was 1994, and oddly enough, it was a Mac exclusive game. You know, way before they ever created these chicken jockeys. Now, this game never really took the world by storm, but it did get a sequel, so I guess it did well in their eyes. Now, this revival of Marathon will be a premium paid title that is an extraction shooter. I want to stress this point again, this is a paid game and not a free-to-play one. And you might think at first glance this is a bold move, given the genre that Marathon is trying to break into and the titles that already occupy the space. Let's not forget the massive blemish that is on PlayStation's resume in the form of Concord, and suddenly, anything they put out, people start to get skeptical, and rightfully so. Now, this game coming with said price tag isn't really all that surprising, given PlayStation's past with live service games. Helldivers 2 and Concord came out with a lower price tag, but in that case for Marathon, they really need to make the case as to why this game is worth the buy. And they can do that by stressing the point that this game is quality and the gameplay is fun. However, this is where things can suddenly go south for Marathon, because if this game comes out with that alleged $40 price tag, and it's littered with these microtransactions, then we have way bigger problems here. And to make matters worse, or better depending on who you ask, Marathon looks to release the same day as Borderlands 4, which happens to land on September 23rd, and it will just have 3 maps at launch. Now, I only bring up Borderlands here because no matter how bad things are around Gearbox in that game, it has a large and established fan base that will no doubt be playing that game day one. Personally, I think Marathon is really banking on the Bungie name, and when it comes to that specifically, I do think Bungie, in my opinion, warrants at least a little benefit of the doubt. I mean, we've seen what they did with Halo and they followed that up with Destiny. So I gotta just kinda take my hands off the wheel here and kinda let them dictate their own fate. Now, I do think the bigger problem with Marathon is it looks cool and it looks okay, but it's not mind-blowing. And when we talk about live service games being just okay, normally that's the mark of death. The extraction shooter genre is one that gets fairly played out fairly quick, and developers, for some odd reason, despite seeing the success rate for most of them, think this is the mythical cash cow they all need. This is why I say this game needs to stand out from the competition, and sadly, I just don't see it yet with Marathon. Now, I do hope this all changes for Bungie and Marathon, mainly because I loved all their past work. But when I look at PlayStation and how they paid damn near $3.6 billion for Bungie, I just wonder how long of a leash they're gonna have, and I wonder what their expectations are for a game like this. Mainly, again, I just seen what they did with Concord, and I can't help but be worried. And I can't help but to think, what happens if Marathon does flop? Do they just close down Bungie? But with all that being said, I'm gonna pass this one off to you guys. What do you think about Marathon? Do you think it has legs? But that about does it here. I've been Kalo. I gave you the lowdown on all things gaming. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video. And this has been the Level Up.